All right, see you in a year.
They dropped me on a remote, uninhabited island with almost nothing but some fishing gear.
That's a good fish.
A machete and a flint. For the next 48 hours, staying alive will be a challenge.
I'm a bit dehydrated.
Every meal has to be caught.
I'm hungry. Let's get into it.
Every drop of water climb for. But these reefs are alive.
I think I shouldn't eat it. I think I could get sick from it. What a beauty.
And non-stop action might be the only thing keeping me going.
Fish on. I still haven't got reception. And I don't know what to do. I'll see you in a year. We can't be knocked out by coconuts. And get our camp established right here. Clean out a little bit and get comfy. Ooh. And this here is all the water we got with us. So we're gonna be relying on coconuts, which for I brought a little machete. All right, let's set up tent. Voila, camp is ready. Alright, so we just prepared a bit of a fire pit and got a bit something to start the fire with. I think now it's time to get some coconuts off the palm trees. Now let's get it open. That is really good. I can stay here forever, as long as we get onto some fish. And this view here is absolutely amazing as well. We got some coconuts, we're geared up and we're getting out there and having a look for a spot to catch some dinner. Hopefully the ocean is providing us some food. I think we want to get behind that and cast into the deep behind the reef edge over there. I think today we're gonna fish from that place. That little rock is gonna be the spot for today. The tide is on its way to drop, so we'll probably get a bit wet getting out there, and then it's easy to get back. But we still got the deep water edge in front of us and the wind from behind. Alright, time to get wet, I reckon. Whoa, she's deeper than I thought. I was literally up to here underwater. Alrighty, we are ready to go fishing. Yep. Don't reef me. Oh, it came off. That felt like a good fish. I reckon we're gonna swap lure. Let's try a different color. The bright red, nah, I like the color, but we'll see. We'll see if the change does a difference. Yep. That's a good fish. Don't reef me. I think it's a decent sized emperor. Oh, that's a pretty decent sized emperor. Maybe we can wash him up a little bit. He looks like he's well hooked. Alright, and here we go! A beautiful long-nosed emperor. He's a little bit big for me, so I think we're gonna chuck him back in and see if we can get something a bit smaller, our eating size for tonight. What a beauty! We're gonna send you right back in here. And there he goes. What a start! But we're just gonna keep casting and see if we can get something just a little bit smaller, just for us today, to feed us, and then have fun in the meantime trying, I guess. Oh no, there was just a shark going for my lure. Yep, we got a fish on again here. It feels a bit like maybe a long tom? I'm not sure. It doesn't fight very hard, but definitely got a decent amount of... No, it's not a long tom for sure. What have we got? Oh, what a beauty! It's a red bass! What a beautiful fish! He looks well hooked. What a beauty! We're gonna chuck him back in, but there's a beautiful fish. Got some pretty nasty teeth. Unfortunately, I think I shouldn't eat it. I think I could get sick from it, but very happy about that. Just had him in the pool. What a beautiful fish, but let's chuck him back in. No, I just wanted to be quick. I'm not sure if you can see him, but he's swimming. Very happy, but my tummy has not yet been filled. So I reckon we're gonna carry on fishing and work on something we're gonna eat. Yep, and fish on again. Feels like a pretty decent fish again. Maybe we have to eat a bigger one. What have we got here? Another red bass. Not quite as big as the last one, but still a very decent fish. Oh man, this is going off here. Another red bass. And here we go, another beautiful red bass. We're gonna chuck this one straight back in. I already showed you the last one, which was a fair bit bigger. Beautiful, but yeah, I'm a bit concerned. I might get sick to eat them. I forgot what it's called, but I'll put it here in the screen in the bottom. Ew! And off you go. And straight off. Let's get something to eat now. And we're on again. Let's hope that's gonna be our dinner. What have we got? I think it's a Bluefin Trevally. No! No! Hook came off. I can only try try again. I think that was a bite. Yep. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, dinner. That feels like it could be a trevally again. I got the drag quite close to not be pulled on the reef. Surely the hooks are set properly. What have we got? And we got a trevally. Nice. Alright, not gonna lose you. That's gonna be our dinner. That's gonna be a decent dinner. Finally! Dinner sorted. I'm pretty sure it's a Brassy Trevally, and that's gonna be delicious and well deserved after casting for hours. Phew! Alright, here we got our dinner. There's our backpack packed, ready to cross back over there, where I was basically completely submerged up to here earlier. Hopefully I can at least breathe this time. But yeah, we see how we go. Let's do it. Not to carry the fish as well, we're just gonna chuck it over there. Oh no! No, no, no. That was a bad throw. But here we are. Got the fish over. That'll do for the moment. And now let's get our backpack. Once again, completely wet. Let's do this. Just a small wave and that's our turn, I think. Please no waves. Nice. Here we are again. All right, let's get out of here. Homecoming. You. And I'm very keen on a coconut because I'm very thirsty. Luckily we put a few aside earlier. I'm busting a drink. And here we are, back at our shelter. Home sweet home! I reckon now it's time to crack a coconut. That's what I was waiting for a while. I want to get some of that husk here. to get it all going. I hope that's perfectly dry for the purpose, but we will find out soon. Alright, that's what we want. Alright, we got her glowing. Let's see that we get it properly started. That looks very good. Nice. We got our embers going here. That looks pretty healthy. We got some beautiful colors on the sky. Coconuts right below, right above us. And I've just been quickly gutting the trevally. And we're gonna try something that I've seen the locals do here. As I haven't done it myself, hopefully everything works out. But it seems like they web it into the palm tree leaves, and that apparently, well, I know that it gets like a really nice flavor because we did it the other day, or they did, and now it's time for me to try it as well. I'm just not exactly sure how to do it, so I'm just gonna wing it somehow and maybe double it up or so, but I would like to get it done before it gets completely dark. Alright, I think that should be good enough. And we're just gonna put it on the fire as it is. Oh, just on the coals. I'll wait for the flames to extinguish and then we whack that on there. And maybe we get a couple more, so we got like a bit of a serving area. And I hope that doesn't completely burn, but gets all the flavors in there. That should do us as a plate, I reckon. We're gonna be smoking it. That'll be a good plate. Oh no. I didn't think they would burn. I'm gonna give it another try and I place some rocks on there. Have it a little bit higher. That's probably gonna be more of a smoked fish than a cooked fish. It's probably gonna take a while, so I transferred a little bit of the amber and lit a proper fire. So we got a little bit light here in paradise. But I can't wait, I'm hungry. I think it is absolutely spot on and should be very delicious. So now, hopefully without an accident, we're gonna transfer that package over here. That's perfectly cooked through. And that smoky flavor from the coconut, that's definitely delicious. I already almost finished half the fish, but I just continue smashing it. And then I'm gonna chill by the fire for a bit before we head into the tent. You. I wouldn't know where I'd rather be right now. See us in the morning. What a view to wake up to. Let's stick our head outside here. The tide is very low and I'm keen to fish right on the reef edge here for a little morning session. I slept like a baby, to be honest, and I think babies wake up fairly often. There was a bunch of noises behind me in the jungle happening, and the tide came up at about midnight, I think. So that's where we were cooking. And our fire pit over here, waves, quite noisy, pushing into close to my tent. But yeah, anyways, what a beautiful place to call home for. I'm not sure how long we're gonna stay here actually. We will see. I reckon we're gonna start the day with a coconut and then get right out there. Good morning. Not a bad start on the day. Let's get on the reef edge and see what we can get onto, maybe in the early morning hours. I'm placing my feet carefully to not step into any of those corals. Wow, what a view! Nothing so far, but we just keep moving along the edge of the reef here until we find some fish. Yep, fish on. What have we got? Bluefin Trevally. Oh, that's a perfect eating size for breakfast. What a beautiful fish. Nice. We're gonna have that as sashimi for breakfast. It actually worked out pretty quick now. Just gonna walk him in carefully without stepping on any coral. What a beautiful fish. Beautiful Bluefin Trevally right in front of our camp. Off the reef edge. We're gonna dispatch him, bleed him, and have him as sashimi for breakfast. That is one fillet, and I think we did a pretty good job. Just gonna snack out maybe a little corner here, and then there's nothing wasted at all. Yeah, yesterday I found this beautiful big shell like a clam on the beach here. I think we're gonna put the small pieces in there and just snack it out of there. And now it's serving time. Not bad at all. That's delicious. Good brekkie. Not too big, perfect size. And just chill out for a moment and enjoy those beautiful views here. After hiking through the jungle, I decided to get a little bit up the hill here to have a bit of a view, maybe some reception with my phone. No reception, but we got some pretty good views from up here on this beautiful beach, which we're calling home for the moment. I can see a reef shark down there cruising along. The water is definitely pushing in, the tide is coming up fairly quickly. And check out those views of this beautiful reef all around us. It looks like we're gonna go for a little swim again to get reception, because I have to let the village know that I'm all good. I got the phone double zip bagged in a rack. And now I'm excited to see how deep it is today. Yeah, still nowhere near as deep as yesterday. It's a fairly low tide. Well, I'm glad I got my zip bags. Alright, it's time to swim back over, grab the fishing gear and get into some fishing again. I should have taken my backpack before because it was low tide. Now it is high tide. We're gonna get wet, but I put the cover on the backpack, the rain cover. Maybe that helps a little bit to not get submerged again. Almost back at our little rock, and the tide is all the way up. We're gonna be submerged all the way again. Alright, quick. Alright, we're already set up, got all the gear to be dried out again and the fishing gear set up, and we're gonna try to catch some fish for the villagers that are probably popping in within the next hour or 2 hours or something, and then something for ourselves because we're gonna at least stay one more night. let's get into it. Fish on! That feels decent. Now we got him on the shallows here in the reef. Hey! Fish on! That's a red bass again. Ew! No, 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 no. Big red bass. Oh, you got the hooks very well inside him. We're gonna take you to the other side and land you. Or maybe around here. Ew! Next wave and we're gonna wash you up. Oh, it's white down there now. That is a big red bass. That's probably bigger than yesterday. You! Do you want this? We're gonna put it aside in the pool and see if they want to eat it. They were talking about red snapper, so maybe that's what they mean as red snapper. Alright, we got the hooks out. There you go for a swim. Good eating? No! Where is he? I got the hook.
How are you, my brother? Are you enjoying?
It's sick, yeah. It's good. So you always eat them?
Yeah.
Never get sick?
No. Can you cut the thing out so that we can use it as a bait?
You want to use it as bait?
Yeah. No, the intestine.
We're gonna bleed him. Oh, big waves.
Yeah. Come on.
Thanks, buddy. Pleasure to meet you.
Get back on the rock safe.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah, stay safe.
You! Alright, now we got a couple of limes and my GoPro now water holding and a little bit more water. I guess if we get a smaller red bass or red snapper, then we may as well give it a try. That was definitely a favorite of quite a few people I spoke to, and now that I basically got the worries taken off my mind, I won't get sick, may as well try a new species. Time to get back into casting. I'm getting hungry. We got a fish on, finally! It's been many casts. No idea what it is. Definitely feels decent. Don't do me on the reef. I can see blue. Is it a Bluefin Trevally again? Oh, that's a big Trevally. That's different than yesterday. And there's another one with him. Is that a GT? I reckon the other one is a GT. Maybe a big Bluefin Trevally. No, he's still there. No, it's a big Bluefin Trevally, the other one. I'm not sure what species that is, but I'm sure it's gonna be good dinner. That is a big bluefin trevally down there. Let's wash him up over here. We can. What a beautiful fish. I'm not sure what this beautiful kind of trevally is called, but he's a little bit big for me, for myself. I'm sure he would be good eating, but I think we're just gonna send him back in the water. It's been a bit quiet for a while, but there was a huge bluefin trevally next to him. I think we're gonna be onto something soon that we're gonna call dinner. Chuck him back in. I think from around that time when the sun started coming down yesterday and when the swell was dropping, and when the tide was going out, all the small fish getting off the reef, attracting trevally, especially probably hunting along the reef edges. I was just reeling it in after I had like a little tip wrap and just skipping on the surface, and then this trevally came along. I think that is the same species like last night. Come on, waves. And here we go, the next trevally on board, and the sun is slowly like on the way down. Would have been nice to have a different species than yesterday, but I think that's gonna be dinner. We're gonna dispatch him and slowly get out of here. I just want to give it a few casts on the heavy and see if there's maybe some GT or whatever passing by. I got the rod set up. We'll get into that right after dispatching this one. The sun's already been going down on the horizon there behind us, and the tide has dropped, but those waves that are hammering in here, yeah, we'll see how we're gonna go. I don't want to get my backpack completely wet again now, so we don't lose the fish. I put him on a rope. Let's do it. I think that's gonna be our wave. After that, we're gonna drop the fish, lift the backpack in the hands, and give it a crack. We did it! And we didn't lose our fish. Oh man, I'm buggered. And it's already almost dark. By the time we're back at camp, it's gonna be dark. I just really wanted to try to get onto something on the heavy outfit as well. Probably put another 50 casts out there, nothing. Anyways, I get organized, we get back there, light a fire, still have to collect firewood, and then finally dinner time. Home sweet home. Oh, nice. Today the tide definitely came a bit higher than even last night. The fire pit has been just saved. I can reuse it, that's good. I'm quickly gonna collect some firewood, get the fish ready, maybe harvest some coconuts because I've got barely any water left again, and I'll see you back at the fire. Alright, we got the fire going. For the moment I'm just focused on getting some ember going there. I'll get the fish ready in the meantime. And then once we got the embers, we're gonna chuck the fish in there. Tonight we're not gonna try anything fancy. I'm just hungry. I just want to eat. Finally dinner time. It's been ages. Let's get into it. In the meantime, I got some coconuts because I was dehydrated. I got one more cracked here right next to me, but I'm definitely starving. Yum. One more ingredient. We actually got lambs today. And that's already half the fish done. Alright, I turn it over, continue smashing it, and probably gonna chill by the fire for a bit. I'm knackered. That was a big day today. I had a solid sleep in. I'm still knackered. It's nice to just lay down. It's been a rough night. It's been super windy. Everything came off my laundry line. There was some dead palm leaves coming down with the wind. But I think we will get up, crack a coconut and walk out the shallows. Because currently the reef is dry basically. And we can just cast off the edge and see what we can get into. Not a bad start on the day. Alright, we're finally ready. Only one rod today. The backpack a little bit lighter. Only got a tiny bit water. And we're getting around the rocks on the other side today, leaving camp behind. And try to get into some fish for Bracky and also for the village. I'm not sure when I get picked up, but it's probably gonna be within the next, I don't know, 3 to 5 hours. So once we get back we have to harvest some more coconuts, because by then I finished my water which I got in my backpack, while hopefully getting into some fish out there. And once we get around the corner here it's gonna be windy as. I hope we can somehow fish. This sort of heavy wind does make it quite hard to fish. So we're gonna chuck out the 60 gram matter and hopefully better the wind successfully. Alright, everything or nothing. I saw that happening. Oh, luckily we got our lure out there, but I think it's time to try another spot and move a little bit along there. I'm hoping this rock here, or maybe a bit further around the corner, will provide us a little bit better wind directions to work the lure properly. That was really hard work over there and not quite effective. Just gonna burn it over the reef here to not get snagged and hopefully have some hungry predators going for it. Busted me off. We have retied. Let's get back out there. And that doesn't feel as big, but we got something. Whoop. I guess they call it snapper. There you go. Feels decent. Just gonna fight it in over the reef. It's not huge. Let's have a look what we got. Smaller fish for me, for brekkie. Everything bigger for the villagers. What have we got? Small Bluefin Trevally? I think we do. No! He came off just here in front of us. Well, let's try again. This is probably the best casting rock we got yet. Got a bit side, got a bit height. I can see a fish moving over there, smallish. I must have been putting out like at least 50 casts again. Nothing, just like some smaller fish following here in the shallows. I think it's time to swap over to a metal and have a sip of some precious water with got about that much left in the bottle. There's some big fish here in front of me. Let's see if we can get those ones maybe interested. No idea what they are. They're going for it. Yep. No. They're still out there. I think that could have been blue trevally as well. Where have they gone to? They were big. Yep. No, lost it again. I just had a sip of water, changed lure, and been chilling for like half an hour. Enjoying some beautiful views all around me here, while waiting for the tide to come up a bit more and hoping some of the fish to be pushing like over the reef, because the wind just makes it hard to cast like far out today and work the lures properly. And because I haven't got my drone with me right now because it's too windy, I also climbed on a tree on top of the little hill here to look out for any big fish passing by on the shallows. I didn't see any fish, so I think it's time to get back down there and do a bit more blind casting before heading back to camp. Putting that down because the tide is coming up to its highest point and I'm probably going to get picked up at some point in the next few hours or so. We're gonna give it one last try on this metal lure here and hopefully we get into something. Drag is nice and tight. Oh no, I think I can see our boat. We have to head out of here. They want to pick me up. I don't want them to not see me and start worrying. I literally just had the last bit of water. I'll whack all my stuff in my backpack and we're out of here. Let's hope they're still around here. I also need to get back. I'm out of water, I'm out of power. Power bank is empty, almost all my batteries are dead. And we didn't even manage to land a fish today. No boat inside here. Huh. I haven't seen a boat again yet. Anyways, maybe it wasn't our boat. Maybe our boat is still coming. I'll pack down camp and have a coconut, and hopefully they're coming to pick me up. What a view! Well, the tide is like definitely coming up right now to about its highest point. Camp is all packed down, everything's back in the backpack, and I'm ready to get picked up. No boat inside. Maybe it was slight miscommunication, potentially my own fault, but I quickly run, hike, rock climb back to the spot where I was fishing the last few days to hopefully get the reception as in the last few days. Make sure they're gonna pick me up today or check what the plan is. I'm a bit dehydrated, but once we get back we get some coconuts straight down there and hopefully we get picked up today. Otherwise that's actually not the plan at all. We may have to set up camp again, stay one more night. The ocean is still a bit rough out there as well. I'm not sure if they can get in here, and especially for how much longer. Once the tide gets down they can't get in here, so I have to run. Alright, that's our little island. I'll put you back on once we're swimming over there. That is the only place where we actually got reception, and I'll keep an eye out in case the boat comes. I actually don't have signal today for whatever reason. I'm just restarting my phone and try it again. It's just H+ and not 4G, which seems to be not working. But on the horizon is a boat to be seen. Let's have a look if that's ours. Fingers crossed. Doesn't seem to be our boat. I still haven't got reception and I don't know what to do. So it is our boat finally on the horizon. They're gonna pick me up. That's my phone.
Is your phone?
Yep. Hello. Hola. I did. I lost 3 fish today. I lost 3 fish.
You lost 3 fish?
Yeah. I was fishing the other side, and like 2 hours I saw a boat coming by, and I thought it was you picking me up. So I ran back to camp, packed all down. It's ready to go, but I thought I'd come over here. I thought I'd come over here to get reception and send later a message. Today no reception. So I was like, oh shit. So I just caught my knife. That was the only number I had in my phone. I don't know, for some other reason I lost the other number. So it was like, things become real now. I thought I actually gonna be stranded like Robinson Crusoe, like Castaway, and have to stay another night where I struggled to get fish today. I lost 3.
Are you gonna be again tomorrow, or are you gonna stop it now?
For the moment, I think I would like to have a bit of a rest. Maybe we can go to the shop and grab some beers.
Alright.
Okay.
You drop me off, I get my stuff.
Yeah, you come out to see when the time you're ready, you can come pick you guys.
Okay.
Pick you and come back.
Yeah, the guys are a bit concerned about the waves and the rough conditions here today. But the time is running against us. Once the tide drops further, it becomes even sketchier. Bigger waves breaking. And the wind swell is also decent. Alright, I'll see you in a second. I'll quickly get my stuff. You do a detour. Yeah. Alright, we're actually getting picked up as per plan. Time to say goodbye to this paradise here. It was an amazing experience. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave us a comment below to not miss out on the next episode. You! Alright, time to get out of here.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Heavy, heavy.
Okay. Just come inside. Come inside.
Okay, I'm back out.
Come in. Hop in. Hop in. Woo!
Here we go! What an adventure! Thank you very much. Off to civilization! There's a cold beer waiting for me, I've heard.